My search for the Holy Grail might be over, because I think I might have actually found the best Chinese horror movie that's actually a horror movie and not a mystery thriller. And while this movie does use one of the approved government endings, it's a bloody good ride in the creepy horror stakes to get there. This movie has an awesome trailer which instantly attracted me. This concept of a headless ghost terrorizing people. All I could think of was, how would the filmmaker pull this off and turn this into a good film that doesn't end stupidly? And it's clear the filmmakers did their homework on what makes a good horror film. Keep it creepy, add lots of tension, throw in some mystery, and above everything else, make sure the spirit or the ghost is always a danger to the characters. Tick, 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 and tick. When an embalmer is found dead after a witch performs a failed exorcism on him, a newly arrived police sergeant investigating his death discovers the body of a headless woman in his workshop. They take the witch in for interrogation, but she brutally kills herself after a ghostly encounter. A link between the dead bodies is discovered in the seed of a plant that causes hallucinations when mixed with blood. And their investigation into the witch uncovers a grisly murder case that involves one of the sergeant's new colleagues and the ex-wife of the witch's husband. But there's more to this case when the sergeant's daughter becomes possessed and a photo of a woman that looks exactly like his wife is uncovered. You know, not since the 3 Bunshin Saba versus Sadako movies have I had this much fun and enjoyment with a Chinese horror film. And while the ending might not be perfect, I'm okay to admit that, it's good enough and it doesn't make you feel like you've just wasted your time. Effects are where this movie shines. A genuinely creepy ghost. And note how I keep referring to her as a ghost, because that's important. That likes to possess people culminates in a very creepy scene at the hospital where the sergeant's daughter does a move reminiscent of Reagan from The Exorcist. There are moments where the thriller element threatens to take over the movie, and then it's like the director remembers what he's here to do and then cuts to another genuinely creepy scene. It might involve a mirror, or the scene of bloody walls in the jail, or the ghost walking on the ceiling. The elements might not be new or exciting for seasoned horror fans, but for someone like me who enjoys Chinese horror, it was great to see this movie full of the same tricks Hollywood's been using for decades. And thankfully it never goes down the parody or accidental comedy route, avoiding overacting, badly written characters, or ridiculous shrieking, which is common in these types of films. The only big issue is when the movie explores the thriller element and decides it wants to try and solve a mystery. It doesn't quite pull this part off well, exposing some horrible flaws in its logic that even the ending is stretching to explain. Now, I've seen close to 100 mainland Chinese horror films. It's not including Taiwan or Hong Kong. This is purely mainland Chinese horror films, and almost all of them are terrible. So I feel confident enough to make this claim. This is a good film, Chinese movie or not. This has some great moments in it, and while the ending might let you down slightly, the rest of the film should more than make up for it. I'm the Artie Dans, you're watching the Artie Dans or Shockmania. Thank you for watching, please press like and subscribe, otherwise I'll catch you next time.